special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Here's Akers. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down now, Akers. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Josh Reynolds there to make the grab. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
K.J. Hamler returning it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams 7, Broncos nothing.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Gone. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there. First down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Broncos.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. This will be caught inside the 10.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again. Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, Goff. And he rifles one incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing again is Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll rally and stop him short of 1st down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. So we've hit half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Broncos 7.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Inside 4 minutes to go. Third quarter.
43-yard line.
Going right back to Akers. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to have a Rams first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
That's into the hands of Reynolds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. They got a man. It's
This one's. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Goff throwing again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down, Akers. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Lindsey, 1st down and more than that. And all the way up to the 46. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll find Lindsey here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ashawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
3rd and 13.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They're going with Lindsey. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second down, it's Henderson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
3rd and 7.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, a give to Henderson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Bortles going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now left side on the swing pass. He stiff arms him, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looking to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. This is Brown on the carry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. On 1st down, it's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it'll move the chains. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late point.